My name's Rhapsody and welcome to Monster Train. Monster Train is a deck builder roguelike set on the train to hell, which you must defend on multiple vertical battlefields. Developed by Shiny Shoe, the game is currently in beta with a planned release in Q2 of 2020. The beta period is currently extended until April 9th. You can try and sign up for a beta key in that period at the link in the description down below. Also down there, you'll be able to find a link to the Steam store page if you would like to wishlist the game. There's a small intro cinematic, and I will be back with you after that.
Hell, our home. Frozen when heaven extinguished the pyre. But one spark is enough to reignite a revolution. The Bone Shaker, our train, travels the rail connecting our two worlds. The last surviving remains of the pyre drives the heart of our engine. The gilded wing will stop at nothing to destroy it. But the champions of hell will defend what's ours. Because if we don't, there will be nothing left to defend.
Hell yeah. That'll give you a little bit of the flavor of the world that we're about to dive into. Welcome to Hell. Your train is carrying precious cargo, the last remaining shard of the pyre needed to relight the fires in the depths of hell. Invaders from heaven, the winged, will do anything to prevent you from completing your journey. You must make wise decisions and build up your band of monsters if you have any hope of success. Good luck, Hellborn. The game will explain generally what all of the stuff on the screen is, so I'm just going to go through this tutorial effectively, launch myself immediately into the first battle. Heaven's Priests. These disciples have dedicated themselves to the service of heaven and will attempt to restore the life of their companions. A little bit of flavor text and a little bit of informational text, so you know that there are heals. Protect your pyre. This is your pyre. If it takes too much damage from enemy attacks, your run is over. Enemies have boarded your train. Enemies enter at the lowest level and move up one level each turn. If they reach the top, they'll attack your pyre. Summon units to defend your train. You can play each unit card once per battle. Very important, they don't get cycled back in. So we have the Hornbreaker Prince here who has Multi-Strike and Rage. Multi-Strike is attacks an additional time each turn, and Rage is +2 damage per stack, decreases every turn. So he only does 3 damage times 2, because he's Multi-Strike. But when I play him, he'll gain 5 Rage, which is 10 damage, so he'll have 13 damage times 2 each round, and only 3 health. It's kind of the standard format, as you might imagine. Top left is your Ember, spent to play cards from your hand, restored at the beginning of each turn. Mana, right, effectively. Then you've got your capacity. The capacity is the floor capacity. Units can only be summoned on a floor if it has enough capacity. This will take up 2 pips worth of capacity. This also will. If I played both of them, I wouldn't be able to play another 2 pip unit there, right? 5 pips total. And then in the bottom left, obviously, damage. Bottom right, health. Train Steward has a little bit more health, so I'm going to put it in the front line. Combat previews are now enabled. The preview number will show the amount of damage each unit will take during the next combat phase. A red X means the unit will be defeated. So as you can see, we'll take 2 damage here to the frontliner, and they'll take no damage to us, apparently. Oh, they won't take any damage to us, because it looks like I'll attack you back, and then the Trusted Priest will heal. Interesting. Restores 5 health to friendly units after combat. So yeah, it will be in that order. I'm going to put the Hornbreaker Prince back here, and then I'm going to use one of these torch spells to just kill the backliner. And throw out another one, just for good measure anyway. Once you end your turn, combat plays out automatically. First, enemy units attack the friendly unit closest to them. Then, any friendly units who survived attack back. Perfect. So Rage also decreases 1 stack per turn. And as you can see, we lost 1 stack of Rage, and in doing so, lost 2 damage. So I'm going to play out the rest of this kind of standardly. I'll heal up my unit that needed it. I'll use a torch where I need it. I'll put a train steward on the next floor to start protecting it. A brief respite. This is a round in the middle of each fight where nothing spawns. It's just a little bit of time to catch your breath. I don't really have that much to do, so I'm just going to play another train conductor there, heal up my unit, and end it.
This train will soon be mine.
Defeat the boss to win the battle. His relentless ability means the combat will continue in the room until you or he is defeated. So he cannot ascend while there are still units in here, which is important. Protect the Bone Shaker. Just throw those all at you, and then just let it play out how it will. Ooh, got me. And that's why they're dauntless. Because after they clear a room, they prevent that room from being used. Obviously, because this is the final enemy being spawned, no enemies are going to be spawning in here, and there's no reason for me to have my units down there anyway. So it effectively just shows you the timer before that boss is at the top. And kind of simplifies the battlefield a little. Cool. I'm just going to actually kill you with torches. Victory. There's a score at the end of the battle. Flawless battle gives us a plus 1,000, and then boss rush bonus plus 1,000. 1,000. Yep, it's 100, right? 150 coins, a clan pack, and an allied clan pack. So the clans are effectively like our class. We're currently playing as the Hellhorns, and our allied clan is like a subclass. So our subclass is Awoken. So it's kind of if you got to play Ironclad and occasionally take some silent cards. Okay. Interesting. So the 3 cards that were offered here are Hidden Passage, ascend a unit, move up a floor and to the back of the room. So this is if you need to make a hasty retreat with a unit. Pyre Chomper, summon, gain 5 energy on the turn that it's played. It costs 0. It's an imp type unit, so it's basically garbage in terms of its stats. It's only really there for its summon effect. And it only has 1 capacity. And then Vent, which is deal 2x damage to enemy units. That's all of the enemy units on that floor. I'm going to take the Pyre Chomper to try and cheat out some big cards. We'll see if it works. Okay, and here we have Consume. Sorry, we'll talk about Consume in a sec. Ensnare, apply Rooted to an enemy unit, draw 1. A 0-cost card that draws 1 is always good with me. Rooted, prevents the next time a unit would move between floors. Bosses are immune. Neat. Then there's Pyre Shards. Consume, applies Spikes 4. Consume is the card can only be played once per battle, so the card is it's consumed. It's you can't do it again. It's it's exerted itself. It's the card's too exhausted to be played again. If you want to compare it to a mechanic from another game. Obviously, SCS is not the progenitor of an idea of a card that can only be played once per battle. But I'll say it's exhaust, effectively, for anyone who is coming from STS. Apply Spikes 4. When a unit with spikes is attacked, the attacker takes 1 damage per stack. Works like spikes in all games, pretty much. Steel Enhancer, enhance a unit, which is modify a card or unit for the duration of the battle, with +3 attack and +3 health. I currently have a unit called the Hornbaker Prince, which is my champion unit, that attacks 2 times in a turn. So giving it a buff for extra health and damage, it gets twice that damage each turn, basically. I'm going to take the Steel Enhancer here. Okay, so we exited Limbo, and now we are in the Cliff of Fallen Souls. Each area, you will have 2 different paths to choose from before you get to the next battle. Those paths align vaguely with your clans, so Hellhorned or Awoken, and then offer you different bonuses. So this side, I can get an Awoken unit, and I can also get the Merchant of Magic to forge my spells to gain new powers, effectively modify my spells. Or I can go on this side and get 50 coins and forge my units to gain new powers. I don't really have any units that need new powers right now, so I'm probably going to go to the Merchant of Magic. Ooh, interesting. Animus of Speed. It has multi-strike as well. Maybe I try and make a multi-strike thing. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, sorry. The other one had 2 attack and 30 health, and the ability Sweep, which means when it deals damage to all enemies on the floor. I've got to remember that it's a new game. Got to read all of the stuff. Animus of Speed has 2 costs for capacity, 1 mana, 3 times 3 damage, and 3 health. So multi-strike 2, interestingly, that tells me that multi-strike obviously can be a stack, effectively. So you can do multi-strike 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, I don't know. Merchant of Magic. Hello, Hellborn. Alright, so you can purge cards here. You can purge as many cards as you would like in a shop, but it does increase cost every single time you purge. Upgrade a spell with 4 magic power. So magic power increases health restoration or damage dealt by a spell, so it's fine for both. This is upgrade a spell to gain permafrost. Gain frozen when drawn. This card will not be discarded at the end of the turn. Frozen is removed when the card is played. I actually don't want any of these. I don't really want 4 magic power or permafrost. Retain on my cards, effectively. Alright. I'm going to get rid of a restore. And a torch. And another restore. So I'm thinning down the deck here with the idea that once I have all of my minions out of my deck, I just want to get that Steel Enhancer and just throw it onto my multi-strike minions multiple times. Minions don't go back into your deck after they're defeated, but spells do, unless they say consume. So I'm trying to cycle the deck and just constantly enhance my own minion with it. Barbed Disciples. These spiked foes will make direct attacks more painful. Using spells from afar will let you fight without sacrificing your units. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. Conduit Redirector is in the backline here. Has an ability called Enhance. Enchant. Other friendly units on the same floor gain a bonus, which is 2 spikes. And spikes, as you might imagine, is when the unit with spikes is attacked, the attacker takes 1 damage per stack. Yikes. I think I'm going to start setting up next floors because I need to be able to kill the Conduit Redirector with a spell like a torch. And I have 4 of them in the deck. I need to be able to kill it before I start attacking this. Otherwise, my multi-strike units will shred themselves on that spike. Let's go Train Steward. Do I even need to get the Hornbreaker Prince down yet? No, I'm going to put down the Animus of Speed. It's the one that I'm going to want to buff more because it has an extra attack. I don't think I played the Hornbreaker Prince yet because Rage decreases a stack every single turn. So the earlier I play it, the worse off it'll be unless it's instantly attacking. So I'm just going to end my turn there. Good gosh. All right. Put you. I mean, I should probably kill the Discipled Foot Soldier so that it just doesn't wipe out my Train Steward in the next floor. Steel Enhancement definitely goes on you, so now you're 6x3 and 6 HP as well. Oh, love it. Pyre Chomper, we have nothing we want the extra mana for, so I don't need that this time. Perfect. Brief Respite. I'm gonna drop a Train Steward on the bottom floor. With that, and then a Train Steward on the top floor as well. This is just so I have someone to hide my champion behind later. Wave, makes sense. Steel Enhance you. I kind of want the Pyre chomping down. I just want it to block an attack for me, basically. Yeah, I'm just going to put it there. It's just there to eat a hit that would otherwise hit the Animus of Speed, giving the Animus of Speed another attack. It's a sacrificial lamb, effectively, here. And because you get most of your value out of its battle... its end to the battlefield effects... I was going to say battle cry. Out of its summon effect... it being sacrificial is completely fine. Interestingly, it looks like I actually win. Attack there, and then everyone attacks back. You attack again, because you're dauntless. Everyone attacks back. Oh, perfect! Want to speed up combat? Click the game speed button in the top right to toggle the speed. I'm not going to be doing that here in the first episode. Victory again, 150 coins, as well as a clan pack and an allied clan pack. Hornbreak, piercing, deals 3 damage. So piercing means it ignores armors and shields. Interesting. There's a rage serum. Oh, rage, perfect. Consume, apply rage 3. Rage 3 is extra damage per attack. Sounds like it's a really good thing on a multi-strike minion. We have focus growth, restore 10 health, draw 1. Pie shards, consume, apply spikes, no. Sting, deal 5 damage to the front enemy unit. Only costs nothing, actually. Only costs a crisp no money at all. Restore 10 health, draw 1 card. I mean, after I use the Steel Enhancer enough times, focus growth is going to be quite effective. So I'm going to take 1 copy of that, I think. Okay. Interesting. So we have 2 different sides here. We have Hellvent, duplicate any card, except for your champion. Animus isn't upgraded. In fact, none of my cards are upgraded yet, so probably not. Pyre remains, restores 20 Pyre health. And then the Concealed Caverns. This is actually accessible on both sides. As you can see, it's lit up on both sides. Concealed Caverns, something interesting can be found in the frozen Hellvent caves. So I'm going to be going over to this side. I'll get my Hellhorned unit first. Rage on friendly units adds an additional +2 per stack. That's incredible. So it's like a frontliner unit, and you put all of your rage minions behind it. That's too good to turn down, I think. Let's also go to the Concealed Cavern before we go to the Merchant of Magic, just in case we get a spell here that we want to upgrade. 2 ornate chests have emerged from the thawing ice. Both chests have a strange lock mechanism that looks like it could be picked with shards from the pyre. The more decorated chest might take a few more tries though. Do you break off some of your pyre to get what's inside? Do it. The lock clicks after a few attempts, revealing the wealth of contents within. So I gave up 25 of my pyre health there in order to get more coin. Upgrade a spell with +10 magic power and +1 energy for its cost. What spells could that even affect for me? Oh, I can heal for 20 with the focus growth. That's interesting. I can also upgrade a spell to cost 1 less. Actually, I always play the Steel Enhancer every time I draw it, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, but maybe it should be focus growth. Just cycle for free. Let's do that one. And then remove a torch from the deck so that I can cycle to the Steel Enhancer more commonly. Leave. That's about it that I want to be doing on this floor. Down to Daedalus. Daedalus. Heavily armored creations protect this ex-professor in his quest to safeguard Seraph and the Winged. Plating seal, enemies enter with a damage shield. Damage shield nullifies the next source of damage. It is a medallion given to the original builders of the Forged Rail, now stolen by the traitor and imbued with dark power. Ugh, yikes. A lot of enemies with the damage shield. Daedalus is the strongest boss you've faced yet. He moves between floors freely, but can be attacked if you clear out the other enemies on that floor. Watch out for triggers. This bomb has a triggered ability and will explode on its turn, dealing damage. Mouse over units with a purple trigger icon to see the details of their abilities. So the trigger icon is the one that I'm hovering over now. Despawn and deal 3 damage to the front enemy unit. Text on it now. Interesting. So the interesting thing about this is that the clergymen all have rage 2, and rage decreases every turn. So they each deal 5 damage this turn. Next floor, they'll each deal 3, and then the final floor, they'll each deal 1, which is going to be super easy to kill. But if I put anything down here on the bottom floor, they'll kill it easily. I'm going to set up a train steward and the atoms of speed up here at the very top then. And that'll explode, dealing no damage to anyone, so just destroy one of the damage shields. I'm not going to play the Hornbreaker Prince because it will just die to the constructed explosive. It'll die on any floor I put it on right now because it can't actually fit on this floor. Okay. Each of these units has just a damage shield. I mean, putting out a train steward right now seems like a bad idea. I don't really have anything else I can do right now. Well, I guess I could train steward. But this floor is supposed to be the Hornbreaker in the back line and then the rage unit in the front line. For me, that's kind of what I want right there. So I think I'll pass the turn. Eesh. Big unit. Deranged Brute. Rage on friendly units adds an additional +2 per stack. I mean, it has so much HP, maybe I put it down here on the bottom line just to defend against the Forge side. Yeah, I probably do. Steel Enhancer has to go up here now. I need to leave the Rage Serum in my deck for later. Let's start moving those off so that I can torch to kill one of them. Your covenant was a lie meant to trap heaven. Clean them up. Clean up on aisle floor 3. Ouch. Those units have a lot more HP. Ouch. I'm gonna put the Pyro Chomper in the front line to take damage here. So that'll let my train steward live. Effectively, I'm just sacrificing the Pyro Chomper here. Great. Ugh. Rough. Hopefully I get the heal. Okay. So hang on. Let's go down a floor. Hornbreaker Prince goes behind you. I'll give you the Rage Serum. Some spells can only be played once per battle. Cards with Consume are placed in the Consume pile when played. They will not be available again until the next battle. Okay, with that, the Forged Disciple dies here. Lovely. And with that, we're starting to work it down to the point that we can actually kill the clergyman in the next round as well. Beautiful. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to get my buff card in the bottom of my new cycle, so I miss out on a whole play of it between 2 shuffles of the deck. Okay. Focus grows to heal the frontliner. I think I actually, yeah, I'm going to kill here. Beautiful. No problem, no way. Okay, so Go for it, boss. I mean, look, y'all up here can do whatever the heck you want. Don't matter a lick to me. Boss attacks, we attack back, and then... absolutely tear him apart with my champion there. Perfect. Flawless boss battle gives us 2,000. Woo, lovely. 100 coins, major enhancements, a rare pack, and a unit banner. So these are the unique rewards that you'll get after a boss fight. Choose an artifact. Fel's Remorse, Light of Seraph, or Herzl's Compound. So each of them will give 10 attack and 20 health to our pyre. The first will also give us an extra mana return, an extra card return for the Light of Seraph, and an extra capacity per floor for Herzl's Compound. Drawing an extra card per turn so I can cycle to my important stuff, that seems really important to me. Draw a unit, enhance it with plus 10 attack, plus 10 defense, and 0. So that makes it 0 cost. That's interesting, but this one is applied 2x rage and 2x armor, and it's an X cost card, right? So it spends all of your remaining ember, and the amount magnifies the results. But if I play it on the same turn as I play my imp, I can get some big numbers. And I like a big number. B-I-double-G. Big G. It's actually lowercase b, lowercase I, capital G, lowercase g. Big G. Another Animus of Speed. Perfect for me. Okay, so I'm doing like a rage multi-strike buff kind of deck. Interesting. So for this side, I have the ability to remove 2 cards from my deck, and I can dupe a card that is not my champion. Over this side, I have forge my units and gain new powers, gain an artifact, or 50 coins. Nah, we're gonna remove 2 cards from the deck. Get a restore and a torch out of here, I think. This is just so I cycle back to my more important cards more quickly, like my Steel Enhancer in particular. And that's gonna be a lot easier when I have a second Steel Enhancer. Hellhaunt unit. The Demon Fiend is big, but I can't play it at the moment. I only get 3 energy a turn, 3 ember a turn, 3 mana a turn, 3 MP a turn. I only get 3 of it, whatever it is. I only get 3 of it. I know it's called ember in this game, but I only get 3 of it anyway. So I can't actually summon that without using the imp. And Steelworker has Resolve. Resolve triggers after combat. Its damage is dealt to armor. Oh, sorry. Armor. Damage is dealt to armor before health. Each point of armor blocks 1 point of damage and then is removed. Similar to like temporary HP. The Resolve trigger after combat just gains 5 armor. It doesn't have to be in combat for that to work, by the way. Probably gonna take the money here. I should probably get another minion though, right? Yeah, I should get another minion. Fine, I'll get Steelworker just to pad out the deck a little. Because it doesn't cycle itself back into the deck, so it's not that bad for my plan to keep playing those buff cards. Undergo trials for greater risk and reward. Activating the trial will make the battle more difficult, but you'll gain an extra reward if you win. Clipped Tormentors. They might be the low-level recruits of the Clipped, but they'll overload you with penance if you don't take them out too quickly. Heaven's Seal. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor, and additional reward is a random artifact. Yeah, I'll do it. I want a random artifact. Please, give me one. Okay, so the enemy units. Click Defender. That just takes a bunch of damage. So it's effectively trying to block me from killing the backliner. Backliner, Absolver. Adds a self-mutilation card to the top of our deck after combat. And the added card is a Scourge. Scourge is effectively like a curse or a status. Purge. Purge is the keyword for remove from the deck entirely on play. And Reserve. Reserve is the keyword for if this is in your hand at the end of the turn, trigger the next effect. Your pyre takes 3 damage. So basically you have to play it. You have to play it, otherwise you'll take damage. Go Steelworker, Animus of Speed on the bottom line here. And then put an Animus of Speed on the second as well. Second, maybe third. Third. That'll be my round. Unfortunately, we are going to trigger the Absolver here. So yeah, both of them heal back to full on the next floor. However, their HP pool is armor, mainly, so it didn't really matter. Okay. I want to save the Reg Serum for later, so I'm going to just double buff you like mad. Torch to kill the backliner so it doesn't just deal 6. Do I kill that backliner? Or do I kill... No, I can't even kill that one. Okay, I'll kill this backliner. Gotta play out the self-mutilation. I mean, heal Veil, 10 health and draw a card. So this is a collector. Extinguish means it will trigger the effect on death. And the effect on death for it is gain 75 gold for us. And resolve, it is trying to flee combat if not rooted or dazed. It'll be killed by the animal's speed though, so we're fine. Lovely. Another self-mutilation, unfortunately. There'll be fewer over time. Unfortunately, yeah, that enemy actually did manage to heal up all the damage I did to it. Really annoying. I might have to put my Deranged Brood on the top floor here. I don't want to, but I think I have to. Does it need to go there? Not really, right? I'll put it there, just getting it ready for the other one. And play out the self-mutilation so I don't take the damage to it. I guess end that turn. Oh, 60 HP units are real rough here. So, that's the first time we've seen the Pyre actually attack. The Pyre itself kind of is a minion. You want to think about it that way? Kinda. And it has 30 damage itself. So it will attack back, but now that's not a flawless fight. So unless I use the Spike of the Hellhorn here, the Clipped Guardian is going to kill my Animus of Speed. I need the Animus of Speed. Put that in front of it just to protect it, I guess. And then play out both self-mutilations just so I don't lose a bunch of my Spire HP here. Okay, I'm kind of going to be relying on my Pyre to do a lot of damage for me here. Because my units, unfortunately, without their Hellforged out, because I didn't have a good position to play it in at the start, less rough. A brief respite. This is what you count as a respite. Okay. I'm gonna put a train steward here, literally just to sop up the damage both of these enemies are dealing. That's just a sacrificial unit again. Actually, I'll kill that one. That sucks. Now I actually don't have space for the other train steward that train steward's taking up the space of the unit that I wanted to play there now. This fight was badly done by me. But we also did take a huge risk taking the Clip Tormentors. Hopefully it pays off. hate that I can't get the Pyre Chomper in the same hand as my Spike for the life of me. Rage. Okay, good. Looks good. You attack for 10 in a single hit, which is extremely unfortunate. Each of you do one. Ugh, this fight's looking real bad for me. I guess put the Chomper in the front line. There. Get rid of the self-mutilation and 2 damage to you. Yeah, the Pyre is gonna have to do so much of our damage for us. This is really unfortunate. I say unfortunate, it's really my bad. At least I get to deal a decent chunk to the enemy on that floor. Not as much as I would like, but a decent chunk. We get to deal barely any on this floor, unfortunately. Please stop. If we'd managed to get the Hellhorn and my demon on the same floor, life would have been so good. We would have shredded everything. There we go. We'll deal 90 damage this floor. Now that enemy is a boss unit, so it won't heal to full on ascending, thankfully. So what? We're gonna live on 3 HP, it looks like. 1 HP. No, 1 HP. Ugh. Rough. Jack strips. Okay, hope they're worth it. An ally clan pack and clan pack. Okay. Deal 1 damage whenever a unit moves between floors. That was definitely not worth it. Spike at a Hellhorn, I guess. Wildwood Custodian, draw 1 additional card per turn. Oh, I like that. And it only takes up 1 space. Yeah, that totally works for us. Ensnare, apply Rooted to an enemy unit. Rooted prevents the next time the unit would move between floors. Bosses are immune. And Restoration Detonation is 2 mana for restore 15 health to a friendly unit. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the damage, equal to double the damage, the amount healed. Wildwood's Custodian there. Okay, this side has an artifact, a random selection of artifacts, removing 2 cards from the deck and then upgrading the champion, which is way better than 20 Pyre health. Forging a new spell, and then a cavern. But I need the health. But I'm gonna live without it at the moment. Units cost -1. Do I need that? My units don't cost too much for me, really. Okay, how many consume things do I have? 1, 2, 3. 3? Yeah, that's a fair few consume things. Whenever a card with Consumer's Blade, deal 20 damage to the front enemy unit. Sure. Take the Traded Quill there. This is a selection of artifacts. Your Pyre starts with 8 armor each battle. Neat. And also wing clippings. Cards with consume have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. Sounds great to me. Applies dazed to enemy units when they enter the pyre room. Your pyre gets -5 attack. So dazed skips their first attack. Sounds good to me. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. And I'm also gonna take the Vapor Funnel. Perfect. And then remove 2 cards from my deck. Let's get a Torch and Restore out of here. And then upgrade my champion as well. Oof. Finally. Yes! Okay. So this one's Reaper, which is Slay will increase its damage. That is really good, actually. So it changes its base statistics to be 15 by 2 with 6 health. And then anytime it slays, it gets an additional 10 damage. This is leaning into the Rage and Multi-Strike build, though. I'm going to do it. I'm going to lean into the Rage and Multi-Strike build. That's what we were doing the whole time. We will go down with this ship. Because, frankly, if we pivot at this point, we will lose. Ancient Hate. Enemies enter with Spell Shield. Absorbs the next damage spell. I only have 1 damage spell in my entire deck. I'm okay with this. Sneaky Clip have infiltrated your train. Use spells and higher floors to take them out. Actually, each of these only has 2. If they ascend a floor, they'll take 1 damage. If they ascend another, they'll die. Huh. Also, they have Stealth. Stealth 1, not a target in combat for the next turn. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I want to play the Hornbreaker Prince and Steel Enhance it, I guess. But it'll start losing its rage real early. But I can't afford to leave it till late. We learned last time we can't afford to just leave it until late. They all lose self, go up a floor, take a damage each. We are not winged, we are stronger. Attack, attack, kill, and then attack, kill. Okay, I'm gonna pop the Deranged Brute here for the rage stack damage. Steel Enhance you, which will actually prevent you from dying this turn. It's kind of all I can really do. Fine, I'm going to spike over the Hellhound there. And it got discarded. Beautiful, we preserved the card. That's what I was hoping. Slain him. Can heal you by 5, which will actually keep you alive, sure. Heal by 5, keep you alive. Ooh, Pyre Chopper. Okay, good. I'm gonna Pyre Chomp down here. Wildwood Custodian up here behind for the extra card every turn. And then I have this for gain 14 to armor and rage. 90 damage times 3. The build works. 103 damage times 3. I simply cannot wait until a boss spawns. that the bot? No. It's an overcharged tank. Got it. Okay. Steel Enhancer. Steel Enhancer. Barely Noah. I'm going to drop that there. The defense. Let me give you a little armor, just because it'll keep the Animus of Speed up here alive. And in fact, keep you alive because it consumed and it dealt damage. Oh, that's really annoying, actually. One thing is the cards with Consume have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. A card with Consume is played, deal 20 damage to the front enemy unit. I think the Trader's Quill doesn't activate if the card is preserved. But the way it's written would seem to indicate that it would work. So I wonder what's up with that. We'll see if we can keep an eye on it. That was preserved and it dealt damage to the front line. Never mind, it works. It's fine. Everything's okay. So I've got that higher floor up there that no one has even managed to make it to yet. There's the boss. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I can basically just end turns until it makes it to the top there, and then it will die instantaneously. Oh. I love it when a plan comes together. Good. Send now. That'll do. I take 15 and then I hit back for 169 2 times. Get him. Okay, trial bonus. So we got an extra 100 coins with no problem there. Clan pack and an ally clan pack. Great. Inferno. Piercing. So ignores all armors and shields and deals 100 damage to friendly and enemy units. So that's a whole floor. Impalate. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times the number of imp units in your deck. We only have one, so it's not that good. And Battering Ram, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 5 times the armor on friendly units. We don't really want any of these. Guess the closest is Inferno for just blowing something up, but no, I'm fine without those, actually. Hey, Invigorating, Consume, draw 3. I like that. Yeah. I probably want to make that 0 cost if I can. Okay, so this side is remove 2 cards from my deck, an event, and forge my units, or 20 pyre health, 100 gold, and a random selection of artifacts. Now I think I can afford this side. Gain 5 energy on the first turn of battle. Do I ever need that? I mean, I have 2 X-cost cards in my deck. I'm gonna take it. Because the unit that I play on turn 1, I always have the champion in my opening hand. So if I get the champion and I get one of my X-cost cards, I just build a big champion immediately. Fell, the Wings of Light. This clipped warrior has become winged once more, creating statues in her former image to block your assaults. Wrathcrest, Alabaster Guardians have multi-strike. Fell empowers them with rage. I don't know what Fell is. Oh, sorry, Fell. So Fell is the boss, right? Fell will empower them with rage. Got it. The Guardians who praise the winged are turned to Alabaster to forever worship upwards. Those that bear this crest have been blessed to stone. Okay. So there's a unit being spawned every floor already. Right, and it's effectively just going to defend the units behind it. By the way, we did get Horned Prince and we got the statue thing as well, so it's going to be ridiculous. Okay. So it's immobile, it can't move, and it's got multi-strike. Cool. Play that. Play that. Big. I was really hoping I was going to draw something to play in front of my unit here, effectively. Give you the rage. Torch you. Just completely clear those out. Let's go like... Train Steward? Yeah, Train Steward. Play the Pyre Chomper on the back line, I don't really care. Then I get an Animus of Speed behind it, so I have something to start buffing, and then a Wildwood Custodian at the very back, so I get extra card per turn. More Train Stewards? No, I don't think more Train Stewards is good either. So I know next up in my deck I have the Deranged Brute, so I'll just put that in front of the Heartbreaker Prince at that time. Great. Pop a Deranged Brute there, and a couple Steel enhancements behind him. The Train Steward here to try and help defend. It'll die, but the Alabaster Guardian's getting worked over. Ugh, 105 damage to the boss, and it's not even the end of the game yet. So the Steelworker probably ultimately is the person we want in the front line up here. Focus Growth is a giant heal on that unit that needs it. Big Ring Solution, I don't really need at this point. Let's restore some health. I don't really need to kill those statues. At least I'm not desperate to. Come on, Seraph. Up one floor. Up one floor. Seraph. Up. One floor. Yes! Okay, we can probably actually win this round. Let's go. Pump. 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 That almost does it. We're about to deal 266 damage to the boss. Oh, get him. So good. Unfortunately, I probably still have to wait for the boss to get back to this floor before I actually kill it. And we get one more statue down. Oh, I really, really like this build with the big multi-strikes. Oh yeah, this will kill. This will just extremely kill. Get him! Get him! Get him! Got him. Oh, and that was a boss fight as well. Lovely. I am so glad that I lived with that one. 1 HP, it's all you need. All right, Fel's Remorse, gain 1 energy a turn, another Light of Seraph, or Herzl's Compound. I want to have 6 so that I can put like 2 multi-strike units on the same floor. Do I want that? Do I need that? I don't think I need that. I think I want to draw an additional card a turn. I'm just cycling back to the same cards constantly so I can buff my deck. Buff my minions, rather. Ooh, that is good. Wildwood Tome, consume, apply quick. That'll save us a lot of HP if I have quick on my my multi-strikers. So yes. Quick just means they will attack before the enemies do. Okay, so I can get more Pyre health, an event, and I can dupe a card. What card would I dupe at this point? Another Steel Enhancer is always good, honestly. Over this side, it's remove 2 cards, forge, and get an artifact. What cards would I remove? Remove the torch and the restore? Probably at this point. I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. The more cards you remove, the far better off your deck becomes. Because then all I'm cycling between are my Steel Enhancers and any of my consume spells that manage to get back into my deck. And then I also get to upgrade one of my spells. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. That's great. Let's put that on the Invigorating Solution so that I can always play it. Any Permafrost on the card? Don't really need that, I don't think. Remove another card from my deck? Probably not at this point. I'm just hoping for better upgrades there, to be honest. Right, gain an artifact. When you play the 3rd card of your turn, draw 3. Trained Stewards gain damage, shield, and multi-strike. No, I have my own block units, so I'm going to take the Sigiled Steel. So we have a thin deck with a couple combo cards and a bunch of draw. Sounds great to me. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move off the floor. I think I can do that now because of how powerful my units get. These purifiers will burden you with the weight of your sins until your penance has been paid in full. Fine. Okay. Interesting. Deranged Brute. Hornbreaker. Quick. Steel Enhance. Steel Enhance. Anyone else? Get him. Yeah, I'll put Animus of Speed up here in the top. That'll be fine. That triggers after combat, so I'll kill it anyway in this round. It's fine. Put a Trained Steward in front of it, I think, and then a Custodian behind it. I'm gonna put a Pyre Chomper out here in the front line, so that I can pop a bigger Spike of the Hellhorn there. And a Rage Serum, fun. Do that just to kill the frontliner. Oh god. This is really cruel. We can probably just end every fight now until we hit the boss. Like, sorry, end every round now. This has a resolve. Triggers after combat. Add the Ultimate Penance card to the top of my deck. Oh, it's the same as the previous one that we saw, but it's 5 damage instead. Okay. Your precious Pyre won't be able to save you here, won't it? Won't it, though? I'm gonna use the Invigorating Solution there because it just draws 2 more Steel Enhancers. 221 to each enemy 3 times at the start of each battle. Get him! I told you this build would come together, didn't I not? Did I not? Alright. I should start worrying a little about the next floors, so sure, let's do that. No. Honestly, this bottom floor is not going to die at this point, so I don't think I need to do anything past just summoning units up there, just in case. If anything else, if nothing else, rather, it just gets the units out of my hand. Yeah, we're actually going to kill the enemy before it does any damage here. Was this a completely flawless fight? Yeah. Yeah, I think it was. Cursed Vines. Interesting. 50% chance to swap the front and back enemy units when they enter your train. Ooh. Not all of the Edge Priory developers have been successes. Sorry. Endeavors have been successes. Their attempts to return to the physical form of an animus have been met with countless failures. The vines they've used in these experiments wither with unstable energy that's cursed them. Image Scholar and Summon. Return and consume spells to your hand. I don't think I need that. I mean, my consume spells. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, another invigorating solution. Good. I'll take it. Let's try and make that 0 cost as well. Okay, we can dupe a card, we can remove 2 cards, and we can heal. I honestly don't think there are any, like, actually, the Train Guardians, do I need the Train Stewards? Do I need them? My only thing is I just need to draw to my Deranged Brood as quickly as possible. 100 coins, gain an artifact, and forge our spells. Yeah, I'm gonna go down this way. There's also an upgrade your champion in this area. Friendly units enter with Rage 3. Rage does not decay on friendly units. Oh, it's that. It's Collection of Tales, definitely. Dang it! +4 magic power on my spells. That's the best I can get. Permafrost. I don't want a Permafrost. That's really unfortunate. That's a really bad merchant. I've been getting bad merchants this entire time. Like, I want the ones that reduce the cost and stuff like that. I don't want more magic power because magic power, I don't have anything that benefits from it. Okay. Brawler 3, Multi-Strike 4, Rage 10. I mean, this is Multi-Strike 2, Rage 7. It's already Multi-Strike 3, actually. Oh, wait, no. Wait, this is 2 extra attacks. It's not 4 attacks. This is 5. If this is quick, it wins every fight instantly. This, however, gets really, really tanky. Because every time it slays a unit, it gets 5 armor. I'm going all the way with the multi-strike build, though. Hey, last time I said I was going to do that, I did it. And it's good. It was a good idea. I think I'm going to Merchant of Magic and actually remove a Train Steward from the deck now. Maybe? No, I can't get a second out. I'm removing it just so that I'm more likely to draw the other ones. This is the final boss in the run, by the way. Seraph the Diligent. The end is near. Seraph the Diligent. The end is near. The great trader will devour your spells. You better bring more of them if you hope to succeed. All spell cards gain consume. I mean, that's good for me. Kind of. Okay. Oh my god. Prince. Make him quick. Make him big. And then draw an extra card a turn. Play that. Ooh, you can get a bunch of mana back. Play some of these. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do that. I'm gonna put you up there and then play the Green Solution. I should have played that in this line, actually. It would have been better. Let's go. Steel. Rage Serum. I just wanted the Deranged Brood out. I just want the safety of having that unit on the fields. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Oh, stay there, Seraph. Stay there.
A
Okay, how much more damage can I do? Boom. 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 And turn kill. What, boss? What, boss? We've reached the frozen heart and managed to rekindle hell with our pyre. Giant score there. Covenant unlocked. Covenant rank 1. The Covenant allows you to opt into a higher challenge and start mastering cards on victory. Your Covenant rank goes up every time you win a run at your highest unlocked rank. So, Ascension, effectively. So, I leveled up once in Hellhorns, and I've now got March of Shields. Move a unit to the front and apply 10 armor. And Ashes of Fallen. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. Neat. That'd be really good with imps. Impressive, sacrifice imp, deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit, and then the Unbroken Horn, conserve energy between turns. I've never found the final whereabouts of Grrr. But before his mysterious disappearance, he left his Unbroken Horn with the Hellhorn, leading me to believe he has succumbed to death. Looks like a delicious horn right there. Like an ice cream cone of a horn. Rail Beater. Armor 10, strike, push the attacked unit to the back. So strike triggers when attacking, got it. And Alloy of the Ancients, consume to apply 10 armor. 20 armor that was, I think. And then my allied clan is Awoken. Spreading Spores, consume, apply 2 regen and 2 spikes. Add 2 copies of this card to your discard pile. Oof. It's very expensive for 2 spikes and 2 regen. Gnarled Root grants +1 stack of spikes each time it is applied. Okay, it'll work well with that, though. Razor Sharp Edge, enhance a unit with +8 attack and -2 health. And then Prori's Cloak. When a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount healed. Animus of Will, 15, quick. Oh, yeah, okay, it's a basically quick unit. Good. And Vine Mother, quick, of course, being you attack before your enemies. Vine Mother, 1 energy, resolve, add a sting to your hand. Resolve is just triggers after combat. So yeah, I can just put Vine Mother in the top of like the field and then just constantly get stings and thrown to the enemies. That'd be interesting. All right, well, back to the main menu. Thank you for participating in the Monster Train beta. We need all forces on board to make sure hell burns again. I've linked the Steam in the description down below where you can wishlist the game. And obviously here it's saying enjoying the beta. The full game will have more content and features, 3 more clans, 100 new cards, 30 more artifacts, new events, new bosses, and a logbook feature. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. There is a link in the description down below to any content I happen to end up making on this game. There, also, by the way, because it's the first episode of a series, I'd like to say, if you do like the content, please consider maybe liking and subscribing. I know it's a YouTuber thing, but I'm saying at the end of a full-hour video rather than the start of a 4-minute one, so you'll have to cut me a little bit of slack. It does help me do things and grow the channel and makes my brain do a smile, and then it transmutes it to my heart as well. Not transfers, but transmutes. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.